So my son had a long-distance GF recently for about 2 years. She was great, a really nice girl, and we all loved her, welcomed her with open arms. She was flying here constantly to visit him, like a weekend a month, and he didn't lift a finger to go visit her. I tried talking to him about it several times and told him he should really start looking into flying over to her instead of expecting her to do all the traveling. He said no. And my wife probably had something to do with it, as she constantly told him she was afraid of him flying. I spoke to them both and said this girl is great for him, she was willing to move over to our country too, but said there was one condition, and that was he'd have to fly over to her country too. Which is fair enough. He said no, he didn't want to fly or travel anywhere. My son was becoming lazier and lazier, eventually telling his GF and us that he was perfectly fine never traveling anywhere, including holidays, etc. Last week, he told us she's dumped him. I went on her FB page, as we're all still friends. She wrote us an apology letter about how she's upset it didn't work out, but these things happen, so we're on good terms, and looks like she's with a new guy already. Me and my wife have no doubt she was seeing him whilst still in a relationship with my son. I confessed to them both that I actually agree with her decision and he should have expected it. He did not treat her properly, and I hope he learns lessons for the next one. Because he needs to make more of an effort. I said he deserves it for his lack of effort in the relationship and for essentially just allowing this girl to spend all her money and time coming here all the time. Wife and son are very upset that I said this. Very, very upset, and my wife says I am being horrible. AITA? I stand by what I said.
NTA, it's a truth he needs to hear. I'm more concerned about the reaction of your wife. Does she enable your son's laziness?
NTA. He's been too lazy with the relationship anyway. The girl deserves someone better, and your son needs to know that it takes effort to make a relationship work.
NTA. That's the truth. What age is he? Edit. You say he's 24 in another comment. Definitely not the asshole. If he is this lazy and has no plans to travel, what's his plan for leaving the house? Living with parents is great to save money, but he doesn't seem the type so far to actually get up and get out eventually.
NTA. Your son needs to learn that relationships are about give and take. He can't do all the taking, and if you needed to be the one pointing it out, then so be it.
NTA, as Lizzo says, truth hurts, lol. Removed. Info, this seems incredibly odd. Your son wasn't even willing to fly to see her even when she said she'd only move if he visited her. Are you sure there's not some other reason he doesn't want to fly? It might just be me, but it seems quite strange. For someone to turn down a holiday and seeing their girlfriend of 2 years just because. NTA. Part of your job as a father, I am one myself, is to educate your son. It does him no favors to coddle him over stupidity like his mother wants to do. Rather, you are there to help him learn lessons. Sometimes that requires being harsh. Don't be any harsher than you need to be, but do your job, Dad.
NTA. Sounds like he needed to hear it.